Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Chester Bennington, the voice of Linkin Park. Chester Charles Bennington, born March 20, 1976, died July 20, 2017, was an American singer, songwriter, and musician best known as the powerful and emotional lead vocalist of the rock band Linkin Park. His intense performances, wide vocal range, and raw lyrical honesty made him one of the defining voices of modern rock and nu metal in the 2000s. Early life and influences. Chester Bennington was born in Phoenix, Arizona. His childhood was marked by hardship. His parents divorced when he was young, and he endured years of emotional and physical struggles that deeply affected him. Music became his escape. Influenced by bands like Depeche Mode, Stone Temple Pilots, and 9 Inch Nails, Chester began singing and writing lyrics in his teenage years, dreaming of making it big one day. Before joining Linkin Park, he performed with a local band called Grey Days, which helped him develop his distinctive blend of melodic singing and screaming that would later define his sound. Rise with Linkin Park. In 1999, Bennington auditioned for a California band called Zero, which later became Linkin Park. His unique voice instantly transformed their sound. The band's debut album, Hybrid Theory 2000, became a massive success, selling over 30 million copies worldwide and earning multiple awards. With hits like In the End, Crawling, and One Step Closer, Chester's emotionally charged vocals connected with a generation of fans who resonated with the band's themes of alienation, pain, and hope. Linkin Park followed up with Meteora 2003, further solidifying their status as global rock icons. Chester's energy on stage was unmatched. He could seamlessly switch from delicate melodies to gut-wrenching screams, making every performance unforgettable. Artistic evolution. Over the years, Linkin Park evolved beyond the nu metal label, experimenting with different genres. Albums like Minutes to Midnight 2007, 1000 Suns 2010, and Living Things 2012 showed a more mature and experimental side of the band. Chester's versatility shone as he adapted his vocal style to everything from electronic rock to alternative pop, proving his artistic depth. Outside of Linkin Park, Bennington also fronted the band Dead by Sunrise, releasing the album Out of Ashes 2009, and briefly joined Stone Temple Pilots as lead vocalist from 2013 to 2015, fulfilling one of his childhood dreams. Personal struggles. Despite his success, Chester battled inner demons throughout his life, including depression, addiction, and trauma from past abuse. He often spoke openly about these struggles in interviews and through his lyrics, offering comfort to millions of fans dealing with similar pain. His honesty and vulnerability became a source of inspiration for many who saw him as more than a rock star. He was a voice for the broken. Tragic passing and legacy. On July 20, 2017, Chester Bennington tragically took his own life at the age of 41. His death shocked the music world and left an irreplaceable void. It occurred on what would have been the birthday of his close friend Chris Cornell, the Soundgarden frontman who had died just 2 months earlier. Linkin Park paid tribute to him with a memorial concert titled Linkin Park and Friends Celebrate Life in honor of Chester Bennington, featuring artists from across the music world. Chester's legacy continues to live on through his music, his message, and the millions of fans who still find strength and healing in his songs. Tracks like Numb, Breaking the Habit, Leave Out All the Rest, and One More Light remind listeners of the beauty and pain he carried in his voice. A lasting impact. Chester Bennington was more than a singer. He was a voice for the voiceless, a poet of pain, and a symbol of resilience. His work with Linkin Park transformed modern rock and helped bridge the gap between genres, blending rap, rock, and electronic sounds into something deeply human. Years after his passing, his words still echo. The hardest part of ending is starting again. Waiting for the end, Chester's voice and spirit continue to inspire artists and fans around the world, a reminder that even in darkness, music can be a light. Family and personal life. Chester Bennington was a deeply devoted family man. He married twice, first to Samantha Marie Ollitt in 1996, with whom he had one son, Draven. After their divorce, he married to Linda Ann Bentley, a former Playboy model, in 2006. Together they had 3 children, Tyler Lee and twin daughters, Lily and Lila, and Chester also had 3 other children from previous relationships, making him a proud father of 6. Despite his struggles, Chester often spoke lovingly of his family, crediting them for giving him strength and purpose. Linda became a strong advocate for mental health awareness after his passing, founding the 320 Changes Direction initiative to help those suffering from depression and addiction. Chester's life at home contrasted with the chaotic energy of his performances. Friends and family often described him as kind, funny, and gentle, a person who cared deeply for others and always tried to make those around him feel loved and understood. Music beyond Linkin Park. While Linkin Park was his main project, Chester's musical curiosity led him to explore other creative outlets. Dead by Sunrise, his side project formed in 2005, allowed him to express more personal and mature emotions. Their album, Out of Ashes, 2009, blended rock, grunge, and electronic influences. And songs like Crawl Back In and Let Down offered insight into his inner struggles and search for redemption. In 2013, he joined one of his favorite childhood bands, Stone Temple Pilots, as their new lead vocalist following Scott Weiland's departure. Chester recorded the High Rise EP with them in 2013, delivering a performance that honored the band's legacy while showcasing his own vocal range. However, balancing 2 major bands proved difficult, and in 2015, he amicably left STP to focus on Linkin Park and his family. One More Light, and the final chapter. Linkin Park's final album with Chester, One More Light, 2017, revealed a softer and more emotional side of the band. The album's themes of empathy, loss, and connection resonated deeply, though some fans were initially surprised by its pop-oriented sound. The title track, One More Light, written in memory of a friend who had passed away, became heartbreakingly prophetic after Chester's death. The song's message, "Who cares if one more light goes out? Well, I do," became an anthem of remembrance and love for those struggling with mental health. When news broke of his passing, the music world was devastated. Fellow artists like Mike Shinoda, Dave Grohl, Corey Taylor, and Chris Martin shared emotional tributes. Fans around the globe held candlelight vigils and memorial events, painting murals and writing letters expressing how Chester's music had saved them. Legacy and influence. Chester Bennington's impact reaches far beyond his discography. His music continues to help people cope with depression, loss, and loneliness. Songs such as Somewhere I Belong, Shadow of the Day, and Breaking the Habit have become therapeutic soundtracks for fans dealing with mental health battles. He broke barriers by blending raw emotion with heavy sound, making pain feel poetic and powerful. His ability to express vulnerability, especially as a male rock icon, changed how people viewed emotional honesty in music. Today, new generations discover Linkin Park's music through streaming platforms, keeping Chester's voice alive. His influence can be heard in countless modern artists across genres, from Bring Me the Horizon and 21 Pilots to Post Malone and Billie Eilish, who cite him as an inspiration for blending melody with emotional depth. Tributes and memorials. After his death, the surviving members of Linkin Park organized a massive tribute concert at the Hollywood Bowl in October 2017 called Linkin Park and Friends. Celebrate life in honor of Chester Bennington. The event featured performances from artists like Blink-182, Alanis Morissette, Machine Gun Kelly, and System of a Down, all celebrating Chester's life through music. Fans across the world created murals, tribute videos, and charity fundraisers in his name. In 2018, Linkin Park's Mike Shinoda released a solo album, Post-Traumatic, chronicling his grief and recovery after losing Chester, a deeply personal testament to their friendship and bond. Chester's widow Talinda continues to spread awareness about suicide prevention and emotional wellness, ensuring his legacy includes not only his art but also his compassion and advocacy. The voice that never fades. Chester Bennington's life was both beautiful and tragic, a story of triumph, talent, and vulnerability. His music taught millions that it's okay to feel broken, and that through expression, healing is possible. He once said in an interview, "I'm strong on the outside, not all the way through. I've never been perfect, but neither have you." Those words, like his voice, continue to echo, powerful, haunting.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.